displays there so you guys don't get confused. Angry Drunken Dwarves represented by the color blue today. Wow, this Oktoberfest Gregis skin is ginormous. Look at how gargantuan he looks. That giant barrel.
That
I think
yeah, that barrel is huge.
Huge barrel.
He's gonna drink that all. He could probably drink all that. Knowing him, he's probably
Okay.
German too now.
All right. Let's not get too excited about the Oktoberfest skin there.
So excited.
As I already said, the Angry Drunken Dwarves are represented by color blue today, and the GanGreen gang up top as red. Look at Payub doing his Katarina blade dance. Looks like everybody's playing pretty standard, although take a look here at the tree, aka Maokai. Perhaps looking to maybe just be a human ward, not really sure. Could we see some sort of an invade here? Man, it has been a while since we did one of these Pureshield. I'm pretty excited to see some competitive play right now. All chat says Maokai, no cheating, guys.
No cheating, guys. GG.
Have a good game. Yes, I agree. No cheating.
Yeah.
Could we see Jace get out of position here? May he be able to baseball somebody? He did take his E first. Let's see. Oh, Tarek scouting wants to dazzle the focus target. Oh, boy. It looks like, yes, he is spotted by a mystic shot right there. That looked like a blind shot. Wow, he actually spotted that. There we go. The dazzle did go down on Skarner. Both teams pulling back. Doesn't look like either of them want to be too aggressive right now. Ez taking some pot shots in there with mystic shots, and 2 wards go down from both teams in the blue team's blue buff bush right now. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen here. That was pretty intense, though. And Skarner did get dazzled there and didn't have to use his flash. It looked like that Ez was a blind shot. He by chance spotted the advance of Angry Drunken Dwarves right there.
I think it was just predicting it. I mean, usually players when they're playing like ranked range 5s, a lot of people are kind of like when they're about to cheese, when they're about to invade, they type something in chat. It's like players' nature. There's a huge help here from Jace though. And Gemini FTW is the team captain of Angry Drunken Dwarves. He's just giving like a full leash right there. It looks like Skarner did not use smite here. Is the smite still up?
Did he use smite?
Yes,
no, he did not use smite. Probably going for a red steal right now.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, will GanGreen gang spot this by any means? It doesn't appear so, although they might have been able to guess given that ward placement. It's tough to say. Will we see some sort of a response there from Maokai? I don't think even if he knew, he would be able to get there in time, as Skarner does have his smite up there. Good eye, Pureshield. Let's keep a close eye here on the mid lane, as this is going to be a pretty edgy matchup, I think. Gregis versus Katarina. Those are both the team captains, right? Mid lane.
Oh, yes.
Sweetness. Downstairs,
team captain is Gemini FTW, but Stubborn Fat Man is like iconic for. I mean,
of course. I mean, you have a name like that, you play Gregis, everyone's gonna remember you.
Everyone plays Gregis.
Looks like we got a ping here from Skarner calling for a gank on Aurelia. This could be very bad, as Jace does have his QE combo. That is a gap close knockback. Can be devastating for ganks. Oh, and this is not looking good for Aurelia. Could he get knocked back? There goes the flash. We'll see Skarner probably kill this guy here with the red buff. Gonna have
look at that! Oh, very nicely played.
Could he possibly? Yes.
Oh no!
Still gonna be able to bulldoze him down. Look at how versatile Jace is right there. Wow, Maokai almost went down there as well to what looked like a failed gank attempt on Janna. That was an intense play. Awesome evasive tactics there from a player named Luxify on Aurelia. But also great. I mean, like I said, it's so hard to counter Jace because he can just, at level 2, man, gap close, knockback, and then switch into his ranged attack and do even more damage. If he couldn't switch into range, I mean, Aurelia would have easily gotten away. There's so few champions that can contend with Jace at this level if you're coordinating ganks like that. Look at this. Payub looking to do... maybe get a kill here on Skarner. It's tough to say, but Skarner getting real aggressive with his CJ. Will we see a response there from Angry Fat Man? Doesn't look like it. And actually turning the tables on Katarina. She's got him. No! Forcing the flash right there. Could possibly go down.
Goodness.
No, he's deciding he doesn't want to take any tower hits, but look at this. Aurelia in perfect position. Will she grab both these buffs? Oh, pulling back. Afraid of the Garrus or the Gregis play right now. I don't know if I agree with that, Pureshield. You think he could have had that kill on Skarner?
I guess they don't want to be a little too aggressive. I think there's some calls being made and just be like, hey, look, let's slow this game down a little bit. They're playing really aggressive. We got to find a way to counter this. I mean, that Skarner gang up top really just puts Jace a lot more ahead than Aurelia. Look at Aurelia's farm right now. 9 farm. Jace has got assist and 21 farm right now. So that's huge right there. We'll see a little gank going on from
gank here. Will we see the twisted advance on Jace? He's taking a lot of damage there from minions. Got to be careful. The twisted advance, no doubt, coming any minute now. Maokai does not have flash, so he can't double gap close here. Does look like he's playing very passive. Is Gemini aware of this? Possibly. Maybe he caught sight of it. Maybe his team feeding him some intel. It does appear that he's going to play this very passively, and as each second passes by, Maokai is wasting time on his clear. Could this be crazy gamer sense? No, here comes a twisted advance. Oh! But the baseball knocking back Aurelia. Gonna be totally fine upstairs. Gemini doing some great Jace plays upstairs. Keeping it real, playing it safe, not giving up a kill there to Maokai, and wasting a lot of time on his jungle clear.
I have to say, though, Gemini, I think, dramatically improved from the last tournament. I mean,
yeah, hold that thought, though. We do have Skarner closing in here with the red buff. Aurelia did catch sight of that with this ward placement, and she's going to be fine pulling back. I absolutely agree. This is some spectacular Jace play so far, as he is one of the most potent top laners in the game right now. Look at this, a little bit of confrontation with junglers, lots of pings going down. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy going here.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember Gemini very well from the first tournament. Did he play top lane for ADD?
Yes, I believe he did. Although, like, the most iconic one, obviously, for ADD would be Slippery Fat Man, naturally, right? I mean, the Gragas play was fantastic. We want to see some barrels there. Both
here we go. Skarner coming in for a gank here on Payub. Katarina mid lane. No champions have ultimates yet. Had Gragas had his explosive cask, no doubt would have spelt disaster there for Katarina.
Easy kill. But obviously, both of them are lovely. It's just the timing right again. This is Skarner being extremely potent. Chaos Shay really ganking the enemy team significantly. Although, look at bot lane, though. Dope matching and Lactation. Let's see Lactation's farm right now. 53 versus 47 from Ezreal. Pretty much neck and neck. Potions have not been blown yet. So I guess both team strategy is make sure mid lane and top lane are slow down the enemy team, and then leave bot to do their farming. They have a lot of confidence in the bot, even though one of them's name is Kevin is Kevin the Noob. I guess you will have confidence if your person's name Noob. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're right. It has been a very uneventful bottom lane so far. It does appear like, for the ADs at least, it is going to come down to the mid to late game. Corki versus Ezreal, a fairly even matchup there. Definitely, I don't know. It's tough for me to say that Corki would be a late game carry, but I feel most people would agree he is the superior late game champion there. However, I think Ezreal is actually more commonly played right now. Enough of my analyzing champions while we're in the middle of a match, though. This has been a very slow bot lane. Not the same, though, for top, as it does appear that Aurelia is pretty scared under her tower right now with 36 farm. Actually pacing with Jace now at 36 farm. So perhaps Jace ahead psychologically, but right now the farm is fairly even. Only Jace has that one assist. I didn't think that Aurelia was going to be a good pick against Jace, but he seems to be holding his own just fine without that jungle intervention.
There's a little bit more of a sustained factor here, and Aurelia does have a cloth armor. Jace has 2 Dorans, so he's going a little bit more aggressive, trying to secure that lane. I mean, most people like to buy 2 Dorans a lot. Simply because of the fact it secures your lane. It's just simply you have a lane advantage if your opponent does not have the 2 Dorans. But at the same time, though, you gotta consider what do you want to build later on. Here's a little bit. Oh wow, okay. Equilibrium strike. Both players kind of eating each other at the same time, and just made that into a stalemate. Aurelia, though, sustain wise, I think he might be considering either Ninja Tabi or Wriggles here. We'll have a look at it, but he wants to.
Here we're gonna see the bot lane spot this Maokai gank right now with that ward placement. Yeah, they're going to be just fine. I do want to point out that a lot of people tend to build pretty healthy on Aurelia top lane. And that you can't really do that against Jace because of the nature of his E. It's a percentage-based damage attack. As you can see, it deals physical damage plus 17% of their maximum HP. So each time he strikes with his melee E, it's a knockback and it deals damage scaling with the health. So actually the more health Aurelia builds, the more damage she's going to sustain from Jace every time she trades. So that's another reason why he's such a strong top laner, is because he counters bruisers in that way. You really do have to build armor against Jace, which can kind of screw up your strategy in the late game. Wouldn't you agree?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Although I want to see, he is nothing Slithering Bro first. I mean, like, he's just really going for like knockback. I'm gonna hit you once with my knockback and boom. Right, I'm going the wrong way, like that kind of deal. And then accelerated take bonus is pretty nice, but honestly, maybe that's not the best idea right now. I don't know. You're the Jace player here. What do you think about his choice of ability right now?
I would definitely, against any bruiser, max my E first. That is his knockback. Simply because, I mean, take a look at, like I was just saying, Aurelia building that Heart of Gold right now. She has plus 200 bonus HP real early, and that's just a lot more damage you can be dealing if you max your E. And it also is it's just his highest damaging ability, hands down. So when I play Jace, I typically max my E. It gives me that great movement speed bonus. And then, of course,
here comes a little confrontation down in the jungle right there. Look at this.
Little confrontation. There goes the
no
Death
problem.
Lotus. First kill of the day for GanGreen Gang, picking up both buffs off that Skarner. A ginormous play there from Mailkai, or
look at
Katarina,
this.
excuse me. Again, it appears that GanGreen is playing very careful around this Gragas player, not getting too overzealous and pursuing those kills into the river. I have to say, right choice right there for Payub, as he does want to kind of just sit on his advantage right now and just let himself snowball right now. They are pretty even on farm, although she does have both those buffs, so it's going to be real scary for Gragas right now to trade with her at any moment, as she can easily chase him down. Although he's taking barrels left and right, just taking lots of damage right there, unfortunately. Eat my own words there.
He's leveling 3 and his Q and W simultaneously. Do we have a little bit of confrontation? No, we don't. Okay, I'm gonna talk about analytics. Anyways, he's gonna go back for his Hextech revolver, and that's a good choice right now. He needs to sustain against Gragas in case he can't dodge anything. Yeah, Slightly Fat Man is known to land like the most ridiculous barrel. I remember the last tournament we saw him in. Some barrels, like, he'll be like throwing it over the wall, and then just to knock someone over his wall. Like, for example, like he'll know them like wall hacks almost.
Whoa, here comes a teleport gank there from Payub using the flash shumpo. But a nice Janna ultimate negating this 4-man gank. She is going to go down. Could they possibly chase Ez? His flash is down. Ooh, looks like Payub just out of range to finish off with that last strike from the Lotus. Skarner coming in for a heavy feed. Oh, there's the Ez ult.
Jesus.
Not going to deal enough damage, though.
This Payub, I mean, double Death Lotus. My bad. Oh, my goodness.
That was
why did he have to change his name? Jesus.
Mad damage there from Katarina. A really nice teleport gank. Even straight through the Janna ult, relentlessly pursuing those 2 targets, picking up 2 kills downstairs. This looks like a free dragon here for GanGreen Gang, unless Greg can snipe this. But more importantly, it looks like Katarina might be looking to snowball at this point in the match. And oh boy, Angry Drunken Dwarves has to be really careful they don't give up more kills right now, as GanGreen is no doubt going to try to feed as many as possible to Katarina. And in the hands of this player, that can spell GG real quick, friends and viewers.
Capital GG. In fact, like extra G for GGG. Anyways, a little bit of funny right there. Although, it looks like the biggest advantage they got from that fight, not just the kills, but it really had a solid chance to catch up with it.
Look at this explosive cast. Did he evade that with a shumpo? I do believe so. Wow, what a wasted ignite there. Huge play from Payub, anticipating that cask. And wow, wasting Gragas' ultimate. Oh, it's just going to turn around and force the flash, coordinating with that Mailkai gank. Ooh, Gragas body slamming over the wall. Do note that Aurelia has had a couple minutes of free farm upstairs. Maybe not the best choice for Jace, allowing her to do that, but he's still actually identical to her on farm. And,
they did deny them the dragon, so that was a significant part. But it's just overall, keep in mind, like everything, it's almost like a butterfly effect when you're playing League of Legends. If one thing is happening wrong, it catches on to the other lanes as well. So if bot lane is losing, then technically jungler had to gank bot a lot more. And then the other lanes are not getting ganks, and so on and so forth. If you're trying to deny something, then you're not doing something else. You're giving someone else time to catch up. And all in the end, it's about the optimal choice, the best choice, not necessarily like a choice that is right. Every choice could be right. It's just you need to pick the best one.
That's right. Looks like, again, this bottom lane is just so slow, but wow, everything is just kind of at a standstill right now. That's a great point, Pureshield. The best teams really take a moment to analyze what is the best mathematical decision. Hold that thought, though. Look at this Mailkai coming in, down, grabbing that kill on Ezreal, feeding that one. Ooh, a double kill for Corki. That is not looking good there for Angry Drunken Dwarves. They now have 2 of their carries that have a decent amount of gold, and they got to really focus on shutting them down in the coming team fights right now. But that's just so hard to do with this Katarina Corki combo. It's just so much splash damage. It really is going to come down to Gragas' explosive cask interrupting the Death Lotus. What the heck? What is this, like a truce? Look at that body slam straight through the Dazzle, using his explosive cask to evade there. Nice play from Slippery Fat Man, as I was just saying.
Indeed.
It is going to depend a lot on Angry Drunken Dwarves' ability to interrupt those ultimates, namely the explosive cask, and also Jace. He can do quite some very powerful interrupts himself by leaping in and just knocking Katarina back. In fact, I would even make that my focus target if I were the Jace player right now. It does appear they're going to be doing some trading up top. As you can see, that knockback is just so powerful against healthy champions right there, even getting a stun in addition to all that damage.
Absolutely.
So I gotta say, man, Jace has gotta be one of the strongest top laners. People are just now learning that and starting to play him at a super competitive level. I mean, I think we saw at the IEM quite a bit of Jace play, no?
Oh yeah, a lot of Jace play. M5 loves Jace play. Like people just in general love Jace right now. He's just versatile. I mean, you can switch the range all of a sudden. What is this? Transformers, robots in disguise. I mean, that's the great thing about the channel. Energize, you know, all that good stuff. And he sounds pretty cool, even though he looks like a pretty boy.
Right.
Reminds me
like
of you, you know, kind of deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Some aggressive movement here from Angry Drunken Dwarves, although GanGreen totally aware of the position right now, as they did have a ward in that tri-bush. Skarner's roaming around. Oh, could Tark get ulted here? He's got to be careful he doesn't get dragged straight into Ezreal right now. And a wasted ward goes down there. As I was just saying, Skarner did pick up that Oracles at about the 14-minute mark and is roaming around, taking out the sight of GanGreen Gang right now. Look at this. Picking up even the hidden wards in the rocks there. And that's actually going to be a big turnaround for them with regards to the advantage in the upcoming team fight.
I mean, 100% right now, vision advantage goes to GanGreen Gang. If you look at the vision right now, there's a little bit of confrontation between Oh, no, that's not confrontation. That was in the same team. But there might be a big fight down bot right now. Look at the formation these guys are having.
Yes. Do know that GanGreen is pretty much in the dark right now. They do have one ward there at their river bush. But it's not going to be enough to spot this advance in time.
Engage this.
There we go. There's a flash ult there on Corki with a Gragas coming in. Oh, the explosive cast! Dealing so much damage right there. Down goes Corki. Gragas will survive that ignite. What a giant turnaround, though, as Payu did teleport in, and that Dead Lotus is going to secure all these kills. Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness. Massacred.
It could be a triple kill there. No, picking up the kill. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. MVP much?
Katarina with that teleport gank, grabbing a triple kill. Oh man, this is such a disaster right now for Angry Drunken Dwarves. It's going to be tough. Yet again, Katarina with both buffs right now. I'm going to push down this bot lane.
Goodness.
Jace is the only surviving player. He's got to make something happen. Trade that tower. Why is he not?
6-0 right now at like a 16-minute mark in a ranged game. That's insane, first of all. He's just going to snowball out of control.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous player, as you can see.
Goodness.
The changes to Katarina perhaps working out in Pipe's favor.
Absolutely.
To show all those all those aspiring Katarina players how it's done. As that was an amazing play. Did you see him jump over the wall and grab that kill on Gragas, man?
Yeah, that was just so fast. So much, like, there's a lot of finesse to his Katarina play. It's not like I'm spamming buttons. It's like, at the right time, you'll see me spam 3 buttons, and then I'll just take a little pause, and I'll go back to press 1 button, and then, like, bunch of buttons all of a sudden, and everyone dies. Just, if you look at him, probably like, I want to get a video. Look at that. Oh my god, farm. Look at that farm. He mastered his W first, but he was leveling Q and W simultaneously, which is actually a pretty interesting choice. Look at the cooldown of Sinister Steel right now. I don't play Katarina often, but this is what I just noticed. 3.04 second cooldown. That range is actually not too bad at all. So, in conjunction with Deathloader, in conjunction with her in the middle of the, just basically in the middle of a fray, she can do a lot of damage every 3 seconds. How much damage would that be? That's like 250 damage every 3 seconds. And he's not even getting his items. Let's look at gold distribution right now. Katarina holding on to 2,811 gold. Going back, might be finishing up a Rabadon's death cap, maybe getting a Zanya's. We'll see a situation right now. Although tough though, Jace still kind of the X factor. That Jace participate in a team fight yet? Not yet. So maybe that could cause some trouble for Katarina later on.
Jace is a decent counter to Katarina if he does have his slows up. Got to get lucky with those Fodge procs, or if he has red buff, he can really tear her apart, as he is quite tanky at this point in the match. Although he is building armor, so I don't know about that. He does have his actually no, never mind. Katarina is building armor. Maybe he's going for a Zhonya's right now, I think, which would be a great choice at this point in the match. I did want to point out that Slippery Fatman has to be so careful right now, just because of the fact that Katarina has that red buff, but it just subsided as I said that. But it can be so difficult to escape her. Look at this Jace right now, defending against that gank under the tower. I mean, like I said, his knockback is just so powerful right now, especially against these tanky champions, Aurelia and Maokai. Man, he's a disaster to deal with right now. He is having a lot of free farm up there, but surprisingly enough, Aurelia actually way outpacing Jace at this point with regards to CS. So he's got to really focus now. He's got to pick it up for his team, as he is, like you said, the X Factor. He's got to make it happen.
Gold advantage going almost right now, I think completely to Aurelia right now. By a huge like look at the
he's quite a bit further ahead.
6,310 gold for Aurelia, and only like almost 5,000 for Jace, so almost 1,000 behind just because of how much farm he's missed.
Yeah,
And
there has been a
think
little
this
bit of
Aurelia-
jungle babysit, but I mean, it's not really a good excuse because Jace, like I said, he's a ranged champion, so it's so much easier to last hit in the early game versus somebody, a melee class or a melee champion like Aurelia. So perhaps just getting a little bit outplayed there by Luxify from the looks of things, as maybe as Jace just hasn't been aggressive enough. Either way, though, it does look like we're going to have a push here at the bottom tower getting intercepted.
Oh my goodness,
there.
look at that flash. Through the dimension. Did you see that? Maokai going through the dimension and using again?
Didn't
Jesus
catch
Christ,
it.
that,
But
no chance right there.
Yeah, the
Massacre.
reinforcements were cut off there by Katarina, if you've noticed that. And yeah, it does appear that... Oh, but here we go. There's the body slam, explosive cast combo. I don't know if I feel... or how I feel about that trade right there. But no, Gregus is going to get away. Katarina going to try to pursue him, but body slamming over the wall going to mean he's going to get away no problem. There we go with another twisted advance. Man, it's just so hard to get away from Maokai. He's such a pest. There we go, tanking these tower hits like a boss. Maokai dangerously low on HP right now, but nobody in range to pick him off at all. 25
HP.
Yeah.
Jeez. He actually was at like 16 before he regen a little bit, but that's insane. Just a little bit more damage for
Still,
tower.
Gemini is up top farming. I think this is like a last-ditch effort on the part of Angry Drunken Dwarves. It's just like, all right, man, just stay upstairs and farm right now. You're a last hope. You got to get some feed, man. Gotta kill that Aurelia and just make things happen in the upcoming team fight, because right now oh, here comes a teleport gank here from Katarina at that vision war. Gonna take down Gregus, no problem with that. Oh my god, that damage! Wow, so much. Just Greg's in shock right there, feeding the blue. Look at how Paiub just calculates this. He's like, all right, I saw that Gregus, he's got the blue buff, I'm gonna TP, go grab that so I can continue to wreak havoc in every single lane right now. Double kill bot, whatever I can do, and just keep my farm up. Man, he's such a good player. That was amazing.
Paiub redeeming himself a little bit. You know, they haven't been performing as well in the past tournaments, and I think this is his way of saying, "Hey guys, don't worry, don't forget about me. You know, I'm still your fan favorite. You know, I am going to be MVP this time. Our team's going to do well. We're the best team. We're the best we have ever been to our new roster. I'm a little bit more dedicated this time. So I'm going to show you guys what I can do with this new Katarina." And that's what he's really. That's the statement he's making right now. 8-0-1. And not too shabby on farm either. 203 farm with that combination. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, that's like just. We might as well call GG right now because he just looks like he's on fire.
Yeah, he's got the gold now for another needlessly large rod, and I think he's gonna probably just wait to go back to buy that Zonius.
Look at this! Look at this!
Look at the anticipating the arcane shift with the Shumpo, man. There's like zero downtime between Katarina gap closing on Ezreal right there. Man, he's just dominating this match. Jay's still solo pushing up top. At this point in the match, I gotta say, I feel like he's just isolated himself way too long and hasn't been able to help his team with any of these fights, and that may have cost him the match, I think. How do you feel about this Jay's play right now?
I think Jay's play maybe, a little bit way too passive. I think he should have roamed around, help his team a little bit. I know the significance for top lane to staying in the lane, and that's how most of the pros play. At one point, you just gotta help your team. I mean, look at this Katarina just going
Katarina
around,
picking up a kill there on Gregus in the jungle.
Everyone.
As GanGreen does just push down mid. There goes the Maokai initiate with the ult up, tanking those tower hits. Not a problem for him at all, as he is reasonably fed right now. Even getting the kill on Skarn. Oh no! Ezreal just getting mauled right there by death. That wasn't even the Lotus right there. It's hard to tell because they just die so quickly. No doubt Paiub's going to go back for his Zonias right now, which would be a spectacular choice as his team grabs up that free dragon right before the final push. Oh, no, canceling his back. Going to help out. No, he's being greedy. He wants some more raise. He wants to get that dragon kill. You know how it is.
Village, kill everybody kind of deal. You know,
I don't need the Zonias. Forget the Zonias. Let me just...
Yeah, I don't need Zonia. I will carry 3.1k gold with me right now. Yeah, just very nice. It's so nice to see one of the fan favorites coming back to this. You know, no, gotta get an Angry Drunken Dwarf. They had the advantage in the beginning. I think what they fell apart a little bit in this game is they're behind. I mean, it's not over until it's over, but they are significantly behind right now, and control is completely in the hands of GanGreen Gang. Yes. But the biggest, I think that one of the biggest mistakes was that a little bit too gank happy and not enough action from Jace.
Yeah, definitely. I hate to do it, but I gotta fault the Jace player for just not doing anything. He was just isolated. I mean, you notice how much Aurelia has been roaming around, and she did have the farm advantage, so she can afford to do so, but it was instrumental in their team fights. Although it's really hard to say because the Katarina player has just been so Gerstern dominant. The only way Jace could have had hope of shutting her down was just get more fed. But at this point, it's virtually impossible to stop Paiub right now. He's got that Zonias. He's going to have to game throw in order to die right now. His ability power through the roof. 507 ability power at the 24-minute mark. There's just no way. He could easily pentakill in any sort of a team fight right now. He's just a dangerous player. And he's just continuing to farm. Look at this, 222 farm. Far exceeding everyone else on the map. Yeah. He's just been grabbing rays from both sides all game long. And yeah, this is what it means to hard carry here on Katarina. He's just dancing around mid lane. Hey guys, look at me. My name's Double Death Lotus. I used to be known as Payub. I'm just gonna continue calling.
I have bad choices with names. You know, I'm changing my name because I don't like having publicity and people remembering who I am. So I'm gonna be Double Death Lotus now, and then confuse the casters. You know, all that good stuff. Thanks a lot. You know, Payub.
Yeah, we're just gonna continue to call him Payub. I am waiting now though for either a Baron fight or just for GanGreen to push down mid and Hib right now. It would be an opportune time, especially if Katarina can pick up a kill right now. Ooh, look at that Skarner! Oh my God. No! Could he go down? Where's the explosive?
Oh, Zanya's
down! Oh, and the true shot barrage! He's not able to lifesteal through that. Oh. Down goes Katarina, feeding 600 gold and 4 assists. Oh no! GanGreen game might be able to win this team fight though. It is going to be a close one. Ooh, that was a nice Skarner ult on Katarina. Straight through the Zonias, melting that cat. Oh my God, that was so much gold for Angry Drunken Dwarves. Are they able to survive this too? Look at that, man. What a stalwart defense there from Angry Drunken Dwarves. I didn't even see when the cask went down either. Oh, there's lots of AoE went down.
Very well played overall.
Woo! Payub getting way overconfident, initiating a 1v4 right there, forcing the Zonias immediately out of that Skarner ult, and just getting melted. Nice time true shot barrage on top of that as well. That was a big play, and that actually put them back in the match right now, as they are not extremely far behind. They can still come back from this. That is Angry Drunken Dwarves. It is going to come down to the next Baron fight, no doubt. We have to make sure that both teams have vision over here. It does appear that GanGreen is actually in the dark right now on the Baron. So I think Angry Drunken Dwarves is just going to submit and let GanGreen initiate on that Baron pull, which would be the wise thing to do. And then they do have actually an advantage with ultimates, with the True Shot Barrage. More importantly, that explosive cask in the Baron fight is going to be instrumental. That is going to be a turnaround if I've ever seen one. So, man, this is going to be a big play. And I'm what do you think? You rooting for Angry Drunken Dwarves in this one? They're going to come back from this?
I'm always rooting for the underdog in terms of the game, but they didn't come into this as underdogs. I actually expected them to I personally thought they might even be winning this match personally, because I know their team fight combo is a lot better in my opinion. But the thing is, Payub was just utilizing Katarina to the full extent. Here comes the little teleport right there. He's going to jump in the middle of the ward.
It does appear it's going to be in vain. It's very difficult to chase that body slam Gregis, especially if he's got that blue buff, that 20% CDR, man. He can dive right through walls at this level really quickly. That was kind of a wasted teleport, I got to say. But hey, he's the cat player, so I'm not going to critique on him. He'll probably come to my house and be like, yo, I heard you were hating on my cat play. Here we go with the initiate here on the Baron buff. Does Angry Drunken Dwarves have sight of this? No, they're in the dark, but they've got to counterattack now. They can't afford to let this Baron go. No, here comes the Ezel. Here comes the Ezel. Oh my goodness. Too early. Too early. Oh, with the Jace. Trying to snag something. Not going to happen. It's going to force it's going to force Angry Drunken Dwarves on the mega defensive. And they're going to have to make another play like the last one. They're going to have to destroy Katarina. There's a twisted advance combined with the... Oh, actually, nice baseball maneuver there. Nice knockback from Jace. Keeping the Maokai off right now. Man, how are they going to do this? Going to have to do a repeat. Going to have to Skarner ult the cat and then explosive cask her back into the team. And just maybe they'll have enough damage to win the 5v4. I don't know. This is a nail biter. They do have the Baron buff. That was unfortunate that went uncontested right now. True Shot Barrage is still down, so this would be a great time for GanGreen to initiate, and they got to make sure that Katarina doesn't get melted this time. She can't initiate for her team. Going to have to rely on Maokai and then Shumpo in on what would be the focus target for Payub right now. Who do you think? Probably just
a little bit of a nice push from Ezra, though. I don't know why he's going back right now. He should keep pushing right now, in my opinion.
He doesn't want his team to get obliterated in 4v5. That's why.
Oh,
here we go. There goes the initiate. Katarina throwing down that Lotus, grabbing up a kill on Janna. Gonna reset that ulti. Doesn't look like Maokai's even concerned right now. It's just like, yeah, guys, I'm taking the tower. Let's take the tower. Let's go. And Hib, more important, using the twisted advance to escape. Oh man, this doesn't look good for Angry Drunken Dwarves. It does appear this might be the first game here for GanGreen Gang, although I won't speak too soon. They are behind about 14,000 global gold right now. More importantly, as long as Payub doesn't get in over his head and... Oh my goodness. There we go. Double initiate. And there's just no way they're going to survive this. Way too much damage going down from Katarina. Skarner is going to get away there. Could we see a dazzle on Gregus for the finish? No, that Gregus is Speedy Gonzalez right now. He's so fast. Oh, is GanGreen going to pull back right now after grabbing that inhibitor? I guess that wouldn't be unwise. However...
They're at the position. They're not really true position of power right here. But oh, look at that slow going on Katarina. I just want to like to mention though, because of that different dimension kind of Maokai twisted advance, you got some really nice engages there, and you know multiple times Riot does say it's working as intended, so it's not really a bug. I know you like to call it a bug.
Well, the bug is the fact like when you are blinking or gap closing away from the twisted advance, you cannot do anything. So for example, if you're in the middle of an arcane shift on Ezreal and then you flash, you can't flash. You can't flash while he's pursuing. You can't do anything while he's pursuing you. And then that arcane smash follow-up turns you around, disorients your champion, and it can screw up abilities like Nidalee Pounce. And some of you guys that are fans of the squadron,
Nidalee Pounce is you fans of Squadron know that Hengest is not.
Yeah, I mean, I rant about that ability being buggy. I understand that it's supposed to pursue you to the ends of the earth. The fact is the way that the user, like the ability for your opponent champion to do anything while he's pursuing you or even in the follow-up is just it's very, very sluggish, and I don't know if it's working as intended, but either way, Maokai has a hidden ability, aka twisted advance. GG trumps all. You can't escape him whatsoever. I don't know, he's such a strong jungler, man. Like I said, his ganks are indefinite because his twisted advance is not a skill shot. And the same can be said for any sort of team fight initiate. So for other champions like Shen or anyone with a gap close or an initiate that requires targeting, it's just more difficult to play them, even though they may not be more useful than Maokai. I don't know how you feel about Maokai, man. That's my opinion on him. I think he's super easy to play, and he's also super strong.
I think he's consistent. It's like something like Malphite and Maokai. They're considered consistent champion in the sense that they not really relying on skill shots in that sense. They're only having one as an ultimate and a skill shot, and maybe positioning of the arcane smash. So champions who rely too much on skill shots generally are not as consistent as a champion who don't have skill shots, even though skill shot might give them a greater reward in the end.
Yeah, it does look like we're going to see GanGreen push a top tower right now. Wow. Throwing saplings over the wall, probably just for sight right now. We do need to see something happen here as this tower damage is completely negligible for how fed GanGreen is right now. They really do need to make something happen, but both teams playing up pretty safe right now. The Baron buff did subside, so it is relatively even right now. It's going to come down to positioning. Of course, that tower damage is something to factor in, but look at this Ez. It'd be so easy for him to get picked off right now from a dazzle. He's got to be really careful that he's not frontlining for his team right now. That little bit of Mystic Shot harass is not really, it's not worth getting picked off. Yeah. And his True Shot Barrage should almost be up right now, as he did use it for farm just a moment ago. This would be a great time for GanGreen to initiate, but it does appear that they're just going to play it safe. They don't want to lose this match.
They're kind of worried about explosive cast as people catch up a bit. I mean, Gragas is getting his items there. And keep in mind that the only true squishy they have is Ezreal and Janna. A little bit, I thought that was going to be engaged. Eventually people will catch up, so you don't want to drag it too long, but at the same time you don't want to rush it. So
here we go, Ezreal again getting way overstepping his bounds. If Dope could be more responsive with those dazzles. There we go, taking some barrel damage. Oh, but here comes Cat. She got interrupted. There's the Skarner. She's going to get straight into the Zonius right now. Is she going to go down? She's got to get out of there. Oh my god. Light, oh my god, the life steal. That
Quadra.
That spell from the Death Lotus on all 5 players, keeping Payub alive through the Zonias, picking up a quadra kill. What an unbeatable situation that was right now. That was an impossible
Surrender,
counter.
Also vote, GG, WP, exchange. Wow, very well played from Payub.
And Tarek, man.
Yeah,
shoutouts to Dope for keeping the cat alive at the most opportune moment. So difficult to foresee that spell vamp when she lotuses so many people like that. It's just so much healing. That was a huge play there from Payub, and an awesome game from both GanGreen Gang and the Angry Drunken Dwarves. We're going to go into a game 2, man. That was great.